Hello, this short interview is part of a project on issues related to environmental problems, where my school is a partner with other European schools. The objective is to talk a little about green travel, what it is, why it matters, and how we can all make a difference. I'm here with my dad, Pedro, to hear his thoughts on this important topic. First, let's start with the basics. Do you know what green travel means?
Yes, I think it's making choices for using transportation that have a less carbon dioxide footprint.
Yeah, green travel, also called sustainable or eco-friendly travel, means choosing ways to travel that reduce harm to the environment. This includes using public transportation, walking, cycling, or even choosing electric or hybrid vehicles instead of gas-powered cars. Have you ever made a travel choice based on its impact on the environment? Why do you think some people still prefer traditional transportation methods instead of greener options?
Well, that are two questions. So, for the first one, yes, usually when I have to do some trips, like for example, going to Lisbon or Porto, my company, where my company is, I try to use public transportation whenever possible. Because if I travel alone, taking my car instead of public transportation, it would have a bigger footprint in the environment that using public transportation.
Yeah, exactly.
You are also asked if
about
people.
Why do you think some people still prefer traditional transportation methods instead of greener options?
Mostly convenience, because people they use their cars because it's convenient. If there were a greater public transportation network, they can have the choice to use it instead of using cars. So it will be as convenient as using a car.
Yeah.
I think that's probably.
I think that too. So why do you think green travel is important for the planet?
Well, we only have one planet and we have to preserve it, and I think we are not doing a very good job. But I think there is still time to change minds and start making greener choices in order to try to preserve our planet.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you think will happen to the environment if more people choose green travel?
Well, if more people choose green travel, the transportation network, it would have a less impact on the environment. Less impact on the environment, greater
for the planet.
Yes,
exactly,
of course.
Exactly. Do you think governments should do more to promote green travel? If so, what could they do?
I think the biggest point is, like I said before, the key again is public transportation network. A greater public transportation network helps people make smart choices when moving. Like other countries, for example, Holland, they have a very good public transportation network, and they can use it instead of using their own cars.
Yeah.
I think it will be public transportation. Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you think is the biggest challenge for families when trying to travel in an eco-friendly way?
Well, one of the things is the cost.
Mm-hmm.
The cost in two ways. One of the things is the public transportation network in Portugal is still expensive. I think it's getting better, but it's still expensive. And if we see that it's not a good option for people, they will not pay for using it, and if they don't pay for using it, it is difficult to have a better public transportation network. Yes, I think the cost and technology is evolving. It's getting us there, but I think it's not quite there. The electric cars are still very expensive, and for cities like Covilhã, it's difficult for people to use bikes and walk. So if they don't use their own cars, and if they don't have public transportation, they cannot go anywhere.
Yeah, I think that sometimes public transportation isn't as convenient, or people don't realize how small changes like carpooling or walking, biking can make a really big impact.
Yes, of course.
So, if you had to choose between taking a car, a bus, or a bike for a short trip, which one would you pick and why?
For a short trip, I prefer walking. But I also like biking. In Covilhã, the problem, like I said, very high steeps. So one of the possibilities would be using electrical bikes. It will have the convenience of biking and the less effort about the electric part.
Yeah. So, do you think technology like electric cars or better public transportation will make it easier for people to travel sustainably in the future?
Yes, of course. Like I said, public transportation network is the key. If we have a good public transportation network, people will use it because it's convenient and less expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you for sharing your thoughts. Before we finish, what advice would you give to people who want to travel in a more eco-friendly way?
Well, the advice is be careful. We only have one planet.
Yeah.
We have to try to preserve it. We have to try to make smart choices for our children, for you. So I think sometimes it's a little difficult, but if we all try it, I think we will get us there.
Yeah, that's a great advice. Green travel isn't just about big changes, it's about making better choices whenever we can. So, thank you very much.
Most welcome.